Oh, wow. Wasn't even techno. Mark was just pulling syndicate sketches, and I left, and then Squad Patrol became a thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he has been doing sketch there for a long, long time. Yeah. No, as I've said to many people many times over the years, sketch is the most work for the least return. Sure. It's the writing, it's the rehearsing, it's the putting the dang thing on, and then, at least as we were doing it, almost never doing it again. So, it's a lot. It's a lot. Why do I feel like I don't know. It'll be fine. Just trying to gauge the mic levels here, too.
I've had a few sketches we've done more than one.
Just, yeah.
I wrote a sketch where Darth Vader calls that sex line.
Sure.
And someone thought Marco had wrote it, which to me was a compliment. I was like, yeah.
I filmed a sketch years ago that was a parody of Touched by an Angel. It's called Uncomfortably Touched by an Angel.
Oh no.
Yeah. Good times. You'd have it's like people like in like troublesome situations, and then like an angel would come out of nowhere and then just kind of molest them and like solve the problem.
Oh no.
It was great. It was great.
I wrote a sketch that was the Real Housewives of early America. So it was like all the founding fathers' wives.
Love it.
It was great. I learned a lot. Evidently, George Washington owns donkeys. He got a donkey from Lafayette so he could start mule breeding. I don't know if he actually had sex with a donkey, but that's what my sketch said. So
Nice.
yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Benjamin Franklin was never married, so he just brought his French prostitute as a girlfriend because that's how he rolls.
Love it. I love it.
I read a letter one time, researching for the sketch, that Benjamin Franklin wrote a letter to a friend of his saying, you should have sex with older women because in the dark you really can't tell the difference, and then they'll like take care of you afterward.
That's some like old school gold digger
Right.
knowledge right there. That's great. I love it.
He's like gold digging, but for like emotional support or like emotional labor. Like,
I mean, yeah. It's all currency.
But like, what was an older woman in their time?
I don't know. I think he was one of the old probably someone over 40. I mean, he was an old dude, but also famous, so he could probably get it with anyone.
I'm on the $100 bill, bitch.
Right. I invented electricity. Or discovered it, or whatever.
I like invented. They're like, yeah, he took a kite and a key and he invented electricity.
Right.
He stole it from the gods in the sky. He said Zeus. No.
Right. They also had venereal disease, but you know, whatever.
All right.
Did you say aerial disease?
Venereal disease.
I was like, that's a great pun.
Well, then yes, I did say that.
Venereal.
All right, let's do the thing, shall we?
Good old DVD.
To our wonderful online audience. Hey guys, let me do this
Hi, internet.
properly. Yay! I mean, theoretically, the world is our audience. Everyone can be here.
What?
Yeah, I know. I try to frame it that way. It makes me feel better. We have a potential viewership of billions.
Right?
I mean, someone in 1,000 years could be listening to this right now.
I mean,
Hello from the past.
a whole
So sorry for what we did to Earth.
a whole new society could rise up with this as its framework. I hope not. That'd be bad for them.
I hope wherever we are right now in the future, if you're listening to this, please worship me as a deity. I am very humble and worthy of emulation.
Well, that's not going to work because deities are famously not humble. So,
If I say I'm humble, damn it.
all right.
I mean, she's a god. I would believe it.
I mean, okay, fine.
I'm just a person, but they've worshipped less. That's fine.
Sure. Yes. In the far off future where they're rebuilding society around episodes of the Stab Show,
Yes.
they have worshipped less.
Or maybe that's why they can rebuild society.
Oh, okay. So
There's just a giant stab letters carved into the mountainside. Like, screw the presidents. Mount Rushmore just says stab.
We will try.
I don't want to think about all of the the unfortunately named cities in the future from all the Department of Tourism.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to quit Discord over here so we don't get more Discord coming through the stream. I think those are the ones that make noise. Oh, I don't know. Hey! Oh, gosh darn it. Who wants to produce this show? Anybody?
No, thank you.
Somebody, please. Christy, you want to take this over? You want to lead us to new heights of audience and viewership and listenership? You want to?
You should post it on LinkedIn.
You got to unmute yourself, Christy. We've been doing this for 4 years now. You know Zoom.
I wasn't talking, I was just laughing. But yeah, this unfortunately, you are our reluctant hero. You gotta take it home.
Ugh. That's nuts. So far, that hasn't worked. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe if you spend the next year talking about how easy and amazing it is to produce a show and edit video, the recordings,
Sure.
then maybe someone will be like, that sounds like fun. You're just not selling it well enough yet.
I'll still hold on to the editing. It's just
Okay.
promotion. That's all I need.
Okay.
You could get
Are you
an
on TikTok,
intern.
Jesse?
Kinda, barely. We're working
You
on.
You need to be on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You need to be posting clips on TikTok. With minimal effort, hundreds of thousands of people. Because I'm
God damn it.
so dead serious about it. TikTok is
All
the
right.
place to be right now for promo.
All right. Well, Milk is supposed to be editing show clips, not just this show, but others. But maybe I'll just focus them on because the only the only TikTok content we have on our account are 2 segments from this show, and they got, for having nothing else, seemed like a decent amount of viewership. Like in the
Oh yeah. Listen, if you're like every other platform is dead, long live TikTok.
All right.
Long live TikTok.
Gotta make that content, man. Gotta make
Well,
that content.
that's the problem. We have all kinds of content. We've got all the content in the world.
I like that idea of getting an unpaid intern. Is that something that they do in the generation after me? Because I know,
Yeah. There's still plenty of dumb people that do
Okay.
unpaid internships.
because I know millennials, that was sort of like new to us, and we're like, oh, is that how the world works now? That's not what my parents told me, but cool. They got paid, but I won't. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do need volunteers around here, helping out.
Ooh, volunteer. That's a good one.
Yes.
It is.
I like that.
It's better than interns.
Better than intern.
Because you're helping society.
Yeah. I mean,
You can
volunteer
put it on your
has.
college application.
Yeah, exactly. This is an extracurricular that you can put on there.
We're
Volunteer says I'm a good
community-based.
person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Comedy helps with your mental health.
Sure.
So this is a public service.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
It does.
Man, we are building this this
Right.
ad for.
And this is in a community.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, that's what Christy was saying. We are community based.
Community
We're-
service.
Mhm.
Absolutely community first, community forward.
I mean, it is because I want to focus mostly on the local performer base, so it is very much. All right, so we'll sell this. We'll get some people in here to help out. No, too many people have expressed interests in helping out around here, and I am bad at accepting it. That's
Well, the first step to getting help is to admit you have a problem.
yeah. And my problem is accepting help.
Yes.
How does that help then? That
It's
a
doesn't
vicious
seem-
cycle.
Yeah.
It sounds very meta. It's fine.
I have a hard time giving anybody anything that I wouldn't just want to do myself. I don't want to subject people to doing things, but they offer it, so I should, but then it's not going to be exactly how I want it, and I'm going to have a problem with that.
Oh,
Well, then,
listen,
stop.
Jesse. As someone who's currently in therapy for a similar issue, let me tell you, you gotta surrender control. You cannot control every single aspect in an effort to soothe your own anxiety.
I love the impression of your therapist that you're doing right now, while at the same time completely ignoring them.
Yeah.
I can do
Absolutely.
everything to diminishing returns.
I learned this through my day job, was that there's always going to be more work to do than you can do. So if you just stop caring about a lot of things, it's so much easier just to not do it because you don't care.
Sure. I get to the point where I mentally collapse and stop caring about a lot of things. And then once I'm able to do things again, I'm weeks behind. So how does that help either? I'm not... Yeah, I love that took all of the air out of the room. Shit, I don't know. You're right. Well, now that you mention it.
You're doing a great job, Jesse.
You're a hard person to help.
You're beloved by this community.
We're here as a community service to help you.
I appreciate it. I need it. I probably do need an intervention for whatever my control issues are. So that's fine.
There should be a support group. I could recommend a few people to join it.
Okay. Well, so long as the support group comes in Fridays and Saturday nights to work the the bar, then that'll be fine. We'll kill two birds with several volunteers.
Right? Welcome to
We'll
the
get
brand.
a volunteer bird killer.
Yeah.
We can just make it a brand new show, Men with Control Issues, every Saturday at 9.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Because it's really fun.
Isn't that why our society has so many problems right now?
I
That's
mean,
why I have so many problems.
'cause
Men with control issues.
I have found I really enjoy
nights.
when I'm in shows and I know someone's out there, so I don't have to think about it. I can actually be in the program. So
Well, if it makes you feel any better, no one's out there right now.
well, I mean someone out there for when other people are out there. I know no one's out there because no one's in here. I get it. I get it. Do you think I needed that right now?
But you also need someone watching the window in case, like, there's a chance for vigilante justice. Like,
Sure.
you never know. You could get popular because your person working the desk was like, oh, shit, someone just got mugged. I'm going to go out there. And
Oh, then you would have to get your own Batman.
yes.
That would
Well,
be fun.
when I
Stab
was
man.
when I was in LA.
That's how you get a stab producer. They also get to be Batman.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I didn't know that these were the perks that were required to get people on board, but sure.
If you could
That's
find
a great way to get the stab producer stabbed, though.
Well,
if you
Yeah.
could find a
Be a little
man in
meta.
his like mid to late 30s who's single who addresses Batman, I would be here every night.
well, all right. All right.
You would have one guaranteed audience member because I'd be like, hello.
All right. We'll have to go with the Schumacher era rubber suits.
Oh, the ones with the nipples?
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right.
Let's park that Batmobile in that Bat cave.
Yeah. All right. I think that seems like the the perfect segue into this gosh darn program. Let's do this. Assume it's going to work properly.
Roughly 24 to 92 hours
And
ago,
away we go.
Stab's team of comedy scientists commissioned 3 specific humorists to give various potentially comedic takes on several random topics, which they will now perform for the first and likely last time in front of a live
There
studio
we are.
audience in a show called
Oh, live studio. Let's don't forget.
Stab.
Welcome to the Stab Show. A little of this, a lot of that, but still never any of those. Guaranteed. Let's introduce tonight's panel. Our first panelist smells something fishy, but he also spends a lot of time at ponds. He's a producer of imported comedy. It's Mikhail Chernyovsky. Our second panelist once threw a tantrum so epic they still talk about it at that Chuck E. Cheese's to this day. She's a member of Squad Patrol. It's Dana Bryant.
Hello.
And our third panelist can read an entire set of encyclopedias. You know, eventually. She's an absolute Stab Show favorite. It's Christy Farley. Oh, yay. I got to switch to the other screen. And I'm your host, Jesse Jones, a few loaves short of a bakery. Welcome to the Stab Show, still available on KUTZ 103.1 and KUTZFM.org, Saturday nights at 11 p.m. if you're in the greater Sacramento area or beyond. In case you thought you dreamed that wonderful information, no! It's awake reality, and you're welcome for it. Now let's meet tonight's panel. Mikhail, how are you?
Yay, I'm good to be here. Yay.
Yay! How are you, Mikhail?
Doing
Good to
well.
see you.
Doing well. It's good to be in the new year.
Yeah.
And, survived whatever the past was.
Yes. So far, we have all survived the past.
We have.
Yes.
And that's why we're here.
Yeah, up to this very
It's
minute.
been good. It's been
We
good.
have survived the past. What you been up to? Anything fun, interesting, exciting?
Not much,
No?
just need deck.
Hmm?
Knee deck. I've got a knee deck. Just knee deep in parent life,
Oh, sure.
living that dad life. Otherwise,
Well, good, I
it's
guess.
good,
I guess. That's
It's good. It's good. It's
Yeah.
good. Just being there for the kids,
Sure.
making sure they're not, too broken from my
Yeah.
actions.
Ah, yes. Yes. Just hoping they survive their current past.
Their current past.
Well, good. Good for you. Shaping the future. At least a couple members of it.
This episode's for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, shit. Now we got a dedication. Oh, all right.
1,000 years,
Yes.
They're gonna be listening and be like, "Oh, that's why we had so many problems."
Mm.
Yes.
Not everyone were Mikhail's children. You did it right. Then the rest of it went to shit. Well, good to have you, as always. Dana, hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How
Yeah.
are you?
I'm all right. You've been having some funs lately.
Yes. Last weekend, I went to Sketchfest with my sketch
Yeah.
team, Squad Patrol.
That would be some of the aforementioned funs.
Yes.
How'd that go?
I enjoyed our show, and the 10 people in the audience laughed a lot at our show, so
good.
that was more than last time. So
Sure.
we're on an upward trajectory. I saw some celebrities at the hotel, which was fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, or embarrassing for me, the person that I recognized that I got the most excited about was one of the contestants on The Bachelorette.
You know what? They still unfortunately count.
Yes.
So.
And I was sitting there with my phone, just talking to my friends, and then snapping surreptitious photos so I could send to all my ladies, be like, "Look who I saw."
No, you were right the first time.
Yeah.
Look what I saw.
Yes.
Look at this. Watch me objectify them in real time.
Yes.
Well, glad you had some fun. And then another Squad Patrol is upcoming.
Our next one will be the second Saturday in February.
Yeah. So
So working on a show full of love.
Oh,
because,
well.
comedians have the nicest things to say about love.
They do.
Yes.
They really do. They're very self-fulfilled.
Everyone loves love.
Right?
Who doesn't? It sounded like there was a thing. I just have to look. I don't know what noises are being made out here. Cut it out. Something probably just fell.
No.
Right.
All right. Well, awesome. Glad you had another fun experience or your first fun experience at Sketchfest?
I'm easy to please,
Yeah.
so I'll have fun doing dumb stuff. So don't base whether it was actually fun on my reaction to it.
Well, good.
Yes.
Well, always a pleasure to have you. And Christy Farley, you so-and-so. Just look at you. So happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful.
Yeah. Very difficult to get Christy around here. I feel like it's been a while, and I think that's accurate. But that's okay. I won't dwell on the chase. We've got Christy now. That's what matters. How has Christy's life been since last you were around these parts?
Pretty good. I've been eating natural foods a lot, quite a bit. I'm trying to cut back on how much fast food I'm eating, and it's made my innards function a lot better.
Yeah.
I've noticed, like, feeling like a person more, which is great. Super happy for that. And I've been working on my flexibility, been doing yoga, so just things are good at the moment.
Wow. Just all these being nice to yourself things. Sure.
Yeah, it's hard, but then like when you can actually like bend over without making a noise, it's great. It's super great.
Yeah. I don't know that I've had one of those in a while. I judge the quality of life by the volume of the noise being made.
It's a given. Honestly, yeah, like that's what kind of like helped launch me on my yoga journey. Was I was trying to like tie my shoe and I went, huh? And I was like, you didn't make that noise from tying your shoe, bro.
Well, you know what? Cut yourself some slack, because that'll help with the slack that I need right now. I'll have some of your slack, please. Thank you. Well, it is a joy to have you. Let's begin the program. It's segment 1. It's reorganization. It's always reorganization. It's almost not never reorganization. Sorry, I'll shake it up sometime, or I won't. Probably not. I have no idea what the Association of Corporate Travel Executives is, does, or represents. Sure, I could have looked it up, but I have no reason to believe knowing more would make me have the abstract idea of what it might be, or would make me hate. That was supposed to be hate. I have no reason to believe knowing more would make me hate the abstract idea of what it might be less. So I'm just going to leave the ACTE as it is and try to never think about it again. And you're going to help. In reorganization, your job is to forget what we may or may not know about the ACTE, and instead give me who or what else ACTE might stand for or represent to you. That was unnecessary. Mikhail, let's hear your ACTE.
ACTE, more commonly known as ACTE amongst the children's.
Sure.
So according to Suburban Household Dictionary, ACTE is defined as when your vanilla friend is trying too hard to get attention or impress someone, but their extra vibe is just coming off a little too superficial. As in, this Barbie is thinking they're Margaret Ryobi, all acty over here.
Oh,
Acty.
nice.
Yep.
Oh, so many things that I enjoy. The Suburban Neighborhood Dictionary, as opposed to Urban Dictionary. Well done. And I like Margot Ryobi, like
It's relevant.
Yeah.
Timely.
yeah. Well, I just like that they think she's named after the line of power tools at Home Depot. Yeah.
It's good power tool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to pick a line, I think I'm going to get that one. Thank you, Mikhail. Dana, hey there. What have you in the way of an ACTE?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but many United States organizations have acronyms.
Yes.
So clearly, the ACTE is the American Center for Transient Elves.
Sure.
Yes, because you know that like elves don't have their own country, so they can't have like an embassy, but they need resources and a place to go if they need help when they're visiting the U.S. You know, because I don't know if you know this, but many elves visit the United States. Some of them for pleasure, like forest elves. Like, have you seen them in the sequoias? Blows their mind. Like, trees do not get that big outside of California.
Yeah.
Also, the meadow elves are really fond of the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center in Austin, Texas.
Oh.
Now you learn something new. You got, you know, snow elves visiting Aspen, aquatic elves visiting the Mississippi River, the dark elves visiting Congress. You know. But if any of them have any problems, they go to the American Center for Transient Elves. And also, do you know many of them visit for work? Like, clearly, you know, the Santa's elves come during the holidays.
Sure.
We get cookies from the Keebler elves. You know, they're not originally from America. I don't know if you know this, but Snap, Crackle, and Pop are also elves, and cereal, again, not a product originating in America. The cobbler elves, right? Those came from like Germany or wherever. That's how Michael Jordan's shoes got invented, because you know Nike. Someone at Nike fell asleep in the middle of the night. Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but the great grandchildren of Legolas from Lord of the Rings, fashion models.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And also, the American Center for Transient Elves will solve any elf-related crimes or issues that happen, you know, incidents, international incidents, like the Great Texas Cattle Massacre of 1812. Elves massacre cattle, evidently. And also, evidently, elves like to steal children and replace them with changelings, which I think explains Ron DeSantis. So,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. All these things sound correct. Oh, you don't realize the things that can be taken away from you, but I thought, if anything, I thought the Keebler were ours.
No.
Not native.
Elves are not native to North America, I'm sorry.
Thought we had some. Thought we had elves to hang our pointy little hat on.
But isn't that the American dream, where we are a melting pot?
Sure.
So,
Sure.
you know.
Well, I'm glad there's somebody out there looking for all of the displaced elves. Oh.
Where are the Keeblers from? Now I'm curious.
Keebler. What is that? That's I don't know.
Is that Welsh?
Might be.
Because this is definitely all true, and I did not just make this up for comedy.
You know what? Don't take this world building from us. We're
Right.
we're expounding on it. Keebler.
It sounds very like Germanic, like so maybe Austria.
They probably. I was
Russia,
thinking Austria.
I
They
mean,
probably
Germany.
had to change.
Is that why
it.
they settled in Minnesota?
Probably, yeah. I mean, there's they got to follow the people they're used to being around.
Sure. And then they might have a Scandinavian descendants. Yeah. I'm sure they had to change their name when they came over too. So it's hard to trace. Thank you, Dana.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Christy, let's hear an ACTE from you then.
Okay, fam. Let's do a deep dive into Acting Caddy Totally Eats, or ACTE. Picture this. You're scrolling through your TikTok For You page, right? And you see someone going full on savage, throwing shade like it's confetti on New Year's Eve. That's Acting Caddy Totally Eats. It's like you're channeling your inner reality TV star serving major cunt. Those I didn't come here to make friends vibes. So think of it as like flexing, but make it slay, mama. It's giving sassy. And it has everyone in the comments going, oh my God, mother is mothering. It's the kind of drama that's so extra. It's like if Mean Girls and Gossip Girl, two ancient millennial references, had a cooler, younger baby and it was a TikTok trend. But hey, it's all in good fun until someone brings out receipts, proof, timeline, and it turns into a full-on tea party. And you are just there for the comments watching the cattiness unfold. And that, my brother in Christ, is what acting catty totally eats is all about. Serving drama, spilling tea, and living for the reaction stitches.
God damn it.
I want to say also that writing that, like, I never felt physically older than when I was writing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you were somehow punished for it. You said we have to go to TikTok. Why would we do that? And you have a Stanley. You have a Stanley mug too. You son of a bitch. Who did you punch in the face for that?
This is a reduce. I promise.
All right. All right.
I hear the Stanley Cups have lead in them.
Oh, well, good. That's what those people deserve.
I'm sorry, I'm a Contigo girl, so I don't get on these trends.
Oh, good. We're all above it somehow, yet everybody, you know what?
I bet Jesse's got a hydro flask.
I do.
Oh, my God.
I think it's Hydro Flask. I don't know. It's one of those.
Nobody has a Yeti. Nobody
I,
has a Yeti.
I do have a Yeti
like
for
Yeti.
coffee.
Come on, brah.
I didn't buy any of them. People get me good things. I buy whatever's the cleanest in the thrift store aisle. It's just
Great.
all right. Segment 2, bootleg it. Feels like we haven't bootlegged in a while, but I don't know. I don't need to make commentary on it. Segment 2, it's bootleg it. There are a couple avenues to success as a creative. Beat your head against a wall, day in, day out. Try to come up with an original idea that the public has been unknowingly longing for all their lives. Or just kind of rewrite something else that folk already know, but just make it different enough that it'd be more work suing you than just letting you rip somebody else off. Both are equally valid. And in Bootleg It, you've been tasked with taking these 3 world-renowned successful properties and giving us your dollar store, flea market, bargain bin knockoff, counterfeit, or bootleg version of each of them. I have a hard time coming up with references, so these are as dated as you might expect. So we're going 1-1-1, 2-2-2, 3 times around, as segment 2s often do. So, Mikhail, let's start us off with your bootleg taxi driver.
Bootleg a Taxi Driver is a modern rendition called Rideshare Driver.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Ryder is a brilliant but deeply troubled rideshare driver. And he's a Desert Storm war veteran.
Ooh.
But as Travis navigates the cutthroat world of ride sharing, he becomes increasingly disillusioned with the corruption and moral ambiguity he encounters amongst his fellow drivers. He witnesses the exploitation of drivers, unethical corporate practices, and the erosion of meaningful human connections in the digital age and sharing rides. Travis grapples with feelings of attention and a growing obsession with recording every single ride. He becomes fixated on confronting his rivals, his drivers, and disrupting the status quo, often resorting to aggressive tactics. The climax of the film sees Travis confronting the dark underbelly of the tech industry of Silicon Valley, taking drastic action to expose corruption and protect the vulnerable workers exploited by the system. This culminates in a tense and violent confrontation with the CEO of Uber and Lyft, sparking a media firestorm and a prompt evaluation of the ethics and practices within the tech world. With that single action, Travis shows us how Gen X can truly save the world. Rideshare.
Oh, man.
Out on Blu-ray and DVD today.
Oh. That's, like, legitimately surprising it doesn't exist. That's a perfect remake. Oh, you're not bootlegging, you're remaking. That's a whole other thing.
Oh, dibs! I got dibs. I'm making it. I mean, everyone heard it first on Stab.
Yeah, I think that counts as copyright. Just go home, download this episode, put it on a flash drive, mail it to yourself.
Done.
I think that counts. Well done. Oh, too well done, frankly. Let's get it to Dana. Dana, what's your bootleg taxi driver?
Well, it turns out I'd never seen this and was surprised about what the plot's about. So funnily enough, mine also about a rideshare driver.
Sure.
It's the straight-to-DVD limited series called Adam Driver, where actor Adam Driver is a rideshare driver, and we just have him driving around seedy areas of various cities, picking up rides. It's real reality. Because why pay for a script writer when you can just have Adam Driver do his thing in a car with real people? Yeah, and sometimes he's just gonna be himself and find out what kind of crazy shenanigans people are up to. Maybe sometimes he's wearing a costume like a crotchety old man or like a goth, like very in his wheelhouse. Sometimes he might just pull out props and see what happens. Like he might have a dildo or a gun, and who knows?
Well, two very different props.
Right.
Two very
Both of
different.
them shoot a load.
Sure. I mean, you got to get a more expensive one to have that function.
Right. Don't want to use cheap guns.
Yeah. You got to get one of those shooting guns. Those those aren't stock. Well done. And I would also watch Adam Driver. Just a show where Adam Driver works surreptitiously as a rideshare driver. As a what is it? The gig driver.
Right.
Guy. I don't know. Is it rideshare? I don't know. All right. Oh, god damn it. So good. Christy, hey. Adam Driver bootleg, what do you got? I mean, sorry, taxi driver bootleg.
Adam Driver
No, let's
bootleg.
no on the spot. Give me your Adam Driver. What's a bootleg of Adam Driver? Go. No. Taxi driver bootleg. Go ahead.
Okay, so mine is Maxi Driver. It's about a guy named Max who moonlights as a superhero that brings maxi pads, painkillers, and Taco Bell nachos Del Grande to women and menstruating people in need. And then, like, if you're in a situation where, like, other people know, like, you're on your period or whatever, and someone says something derisive, he just comes in and he just punches that person right in the dick.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, this superhero is the superhero we need right now.
Yeah. I'm wondering why, like, in a drop-down menu somewhere, that isn't, like, a specific option on DoorDash or whatever grocery getting apps. Seems like
That would be super great, honestly.
I have a hard time believing somebody hasn't taken advantage of that.
I like that a man is coming to your rescue on your period.
I think it's only fair. You know,
Yeah.
like, why shoulder the burden of that onto another person who menstruates? You know what I'm saying? Like, another lady? No.
Well,
I'm just saying you're giving us a lot of credit. That's all.
I love how you're like, if someone says something derisive, you're gonna punch them right in the dick, and it's like, oh, because you already know
Well, yeah.
that the person saying something wrong has a dick. Like,
Yeah, generally that's how that goes. Thank you, Christy. Oh, it's only our second time around already. You know what? This is why we put the show earlier, so that we can stretch our legs. Mikhail, let's hear your bootleg flubber.
So it's a action figure from Russia, and it's just lard painted green.
Sure. It's more resilient from Russia. It doesn't melt. It just stays there. Well done. See, that's getting us back on track. Dana, what's your bootleg flubber about?
okay, look, I just got, slime is very popular. I just got a slime recipe off the internet. I dyed it green. So I have this friend Phil, and it kind of looks like Robin Williams, but if Robin Williams were a high school PE teacher instead of an actor.
Sure.
And I just took a pic, slapped the bad boy on a jar of this green slime, and now I sell it on Etsy.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I will be looking for that after the show. Christy, wrap up our second trip around the bootlegs with your bootleg blubber.
Mine is Blubber with a B,
Uh-huh.
and it's about a scientist that uses gene manipulation to create a talking whale. And there's no like cool basketball jumping scene, and there's no like touching family moments. But did you know that blue whales can grow to 90 feet or more and weigh as much as 24 elephants or 330,000 pounds?
Mm.
That's intriguing, no?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No. We're learning. And just that, we're learning.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. I don't know why. It struck me. And
Do you like this show?
No, I've never seen it. Never seen it. Never seen a minute of it. But
Me either.
there was a while when every time you turn your Fire Stick on, that's all they were pushing. So why not? Let's hear our third time through bootlegging. And yes, this is all written. Mikhail, let's hear your bootleg for the hit Amazon original Bosch.
So this one is also action figures,
Okay.
except it's little kitchen appliances dressed as LAPD detectives with PTSD. Anytime the appliance hears a ding, it screams one of 3 different Vietnam flashbacks, like, "They're using children!"
Mm-hmm. Oh, we only get the one. We have to imagine what the other 2 are. I was in the shit, man! Charlie! There we go. There we go. And done. Oh, well done. Well done. Dana, what is your bootleg for the hit Amazon original Bosch?
Well, get ready, everybody, for Kids Bosch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the exact same plot of the show, but it's all done by kids. And all the language is exactly the same, except for we removed the inappropriate words that kids shouldn't be saying, but not the rest of them. But they're not old enough or smart enough to tell the difference about what we're really talking about, right? Right? Kids Bosch.
Kids Bosch. Oh, God damn it. Yeah. Anytime we get a good Kids Bop reference, works every time. Works every time. Got a wet ass puppy. I assume is the Kids Bop version. I assume.
Yes.
As a father, I can confirm that Kids Bop did a version of Cardi B's "I Like It Like That."
Mm.
Yeah, that was the thing they did. That was the thing they did.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should hear their version of WAP.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, thank you. And, Christy, let's wrap up some bootlegging of stuff with your bootleg of the hit Amazon original Bosch.
Okay, so mine is called Posh with a P. And this comedy series revolves around Joshua Posh, a totally unqualified detective that solves mysteries in high society. And for those of you that are like, why didn't she just name it Josh Posh instead of Joshua Posh? The reason is that his name is Joshua, and that's what he insists on being called.
Yeah. Yeah. Sadly, I think your show was actually the USA original Royal Pains.
Are you shitting me? Does this exist?
I think so.
I thought when I was writing this, I was like, this is so dumb. Nobody would ever make this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Hollywood.
USA original. I think, or it was something I remember. There used to be a time when I wrote on the internet, and I would always review the pilot episodes of what I thought were garbage shows, and they always were. And I think that's one that I did. It's so bad. It was so bad. All right.
Oh, wow.
All right. Finally on to segment 3. No, not finally. Now on to segment 3 in due time. It's recipes. Me, you, that thing over there. We're all the sum of the events that have transpired throughout our lives, forming us, shaping us into what we all see today. You know, for better or worse. And while we all know that sugar and spice and everything nice are what little girls are made of, and that snips and snails and puppy dog tails are what little boys are made of, in recipes, you're asked to give us the ingredients that have gone into the making of these other various stuffs and things, what they are. I think that mostly worked as a sentence. Mikhail, let's hear your recipe. I don't know. I was walking up to Safeway, and for some reason this came to mind. Mikhail, let's hear your recipe for someone who high-fives strangers.
All right. Love this one. This one, one of my favorite recipes.
Oh, okay, good.
So you actually start off with a fair share of celebration and good times.
Oh, nice.
You're going to throw in some spontaneity with a little bravado. Break some cultural and social norms in there. And then you really got to pound it together to get a strong social connection. It's really important to really make sure that connection is strong and tight. And then finally, you're going to finish it off with a little sprinkling of positive vibes all around.
Oh, nice. Nice. You know what? I'm sorry that I instinctively hated this person. Because they sound wonderful. God damn it. I have to open myself up to the stranger that wants to high five in public. I'm just remembering that fight that I had with a stranger that wanted to high five in public. Maybe that's where it came from. Oh, shit. I had blocked that out. Now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, remembering that.
Bringing back repressed memories.
Yay! It was such a good time. But that person sounds much cooler. The other one was just a drunk girl on her birthday.
Those are the best.
Yeah. Dana, let's hear your recipe. This one's been on the old list for a while and decided, I don't know why, but I thought you would be able to bring this one to life. Let's hear your recipe for a grudge that someone might take to their grave.
Okay. Ingredients. 2 cups of need for validation and approval. 1.5 cups sense of moral superiority. 2 tablespoons of difficulty letting go. 1 whole bag of emotional neglect from your father figure. 1 teaspoon of emotional deregulation, or if you don't have any on hand, you can substitute that for poor coping skills.
Sure.
And then a pinch of anxiety and depression to taste. Preheat your rage to 500 degrees. Make sure that you stir ingredients together in a bowl that is much, much bigger than the actual size of the ingredients. The ingredients may look small to other people, but you know how big it really is. Whisk furiously until the mixture is overstirred and leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. After placing your grudge in the oven, make sure to regularly ruminate it so as to maintain that high level of hot anger. Remove from oven once the mixture is dry and hard to swallow. If cooked properly, it should cause cardiovascular, digestive, sleep, and reproductive declines. So make sure to share with your family and friends for maximum estrangement.
Oh, I was right. Well done. Oh, God damn it. All right. I felt like too often I go negative. I don't know why. Maybe that speaks to something about me. You shut up. So, Christy, I wanted to hear a recipe from you for feeling accomplished.
Okay, so first you'll need like a few things you want to do. Try to keep it small. Try to keep it reasonable. You don't want to feel disappointed, right? We're aiming for accomplished. So then you're going to need motivation. It's going to take a lot because what you're competing with is laying down, and that I mean I don't know if you've done it lately, but it feels very good. So you're going to need a truckload of motivation. Preferably you can get it from some self-help books that you read a little bit of and then you say you're going to finish, but then you just accumulate them and then you refuse to get rid of them. Or you could just like go on TikTok and like watch a lady be like,
Get ready with me to get my life together.
and then you're gonna need enough coffee to jumpstart a dead car battery. I don't make the rules. That's just what it takes. You gotta drink coffee until you develop a physical tremor. Okay? You gotta drink coffee until a doctor tells you to stop. And then after that, you're going to introduce a gallon of sweat. It could be yours. It could be someone else's. It could be animal sweat. I don't know. I think that'll work. And then you're going to do a dash of sheer terror to taste. It's just a little bit, but just take a second to be a little afraid. And the coffee will help with this.
Yes.
And then you're going to sprinkle on just a tiny bit of existential crisis because if you're not questioning whether or not what you're doing actually matters, are you actually accomplishing anything?
Yeah.
And then after that, you're going to just liberally incorporate social media breaks. You can measure these in hours, not minutes. Just fold it in with a rubber spatula. And then you're going to combine wet and dry ingredients in a nice lukewarm brain, but don't get too optimistic because it's unbecoming.
Yeah. Yeah, once you begin, you can't feel like it's gonna work, because then it won't. Then and really, do you feel accomplished if you think it's gonna work when you start? No, that was too easy, and you let yourself off the hook. And the whole thing falls. Okay. Thank you, Christy. Oh, gosh darn it. So good, yet still sad at the same time. That is the line we walk around here. The best sadness you can ever have. Oh, bless. Segment 4, it's Dating Profile. Dating is how we audition the general public for our genitals. I wish I could gussy that up a little bit more, but them's the facts. The entire process is just weighing whether or not the person slurping their soup across the table from you is worth a trip to Pants Town. And in Dating Profile, it's your job to give us the dating profiles of the following people, places, or things, searching for a one-way ticket to their groin. Mikhail. Mikhail, let's hear your dating profile for the lizard owned by the weird lizard guy.
To whom it may concern, I'm Reptar. I'm 69 years young.
Nice.
Wink, wink, he. While my owner might be a bit eccentric and uncomfortable around adults, let me reassure you, we are great with your children. With scales that shine under the moonlight and a tongue as smooth as silk, ladies, wink, wink, he. I'm on the lookout for someone who can handle a bit of adventure. When I'm not inhaling dead animals or bugs, I like basking in the warmth of my heat lamp in the dark, wet basement my old owner keeps me in. I like to explore schools on field trips and birthday parties. Did I mention I like kids? If you're ready to join me on a journey and an adventure filled with my reptilian charm, unexpected surprises, and other people's children, then swipe right and let's see if you can heat up my cold blood. Also, the old man comes on dates with us. Swipe right, please. Thank you.
All right. I somehow didn't expect the lizard to be as creepy as the guy. But I guess together long enough, you take on the traits of the other person. Gosh. But who influenced who? Oh. Thank
Is
you,
it the
Mika.
lizard or the egg?
Yeah. Yes, that old story. Which was creepy first? The lizard or the guy who bought the lizard? It's a journey we're taking together. Thank you, Mikhail. Damn it. Dana. Well, yeah, this is a lot of people, potentially. But let's hear your dating profile for someone who's already abandoned their New Year's resolutions.
Age 32. Location, the second Friday of January, aka Quitter's Day. The day most likely to give up on your resolution. Sign Cancer. About me. New year, new me. As a Cancer, some like to call me flaky, but I like to think of myself more as a free spirit. I like hiking and fishing and all the outdoor stuff we lie to each other about liking. I mean, I like it in theory, and I've been on a hike, but I'd much rather Netflix and chill. And by chill, I mean eat Haagen-Dazs ice cream right out of the carton while wearing yoga pants and a shirt I haven't washed in 3 days. I'm looking for someone smart, funny, and who has a better job than me because I tried to get a promotion at work, but that's like really hard. And I think I'd be a great manager, but Carol doesn't think so, but whatever. Bitch. Do I drink? I drink socially, but I'm trying to cut back, you know? Like, and by cut back, I mean no more than 1 drink per finger on one or both of my hands. And by socially, I mean I only drink when there's another person in the room or on a screen nearby. Marriage history, never married. It's a lot more commitment than I'm capable of at the moment. Do I exercise? I mean, I've heard of it. I thought about it. Do I want kids? I want them to stop running around and being so noisy. It's hard to keep up with all that energy. Pets? It turns out if you don't feed your fish every day, they die. That's a lot to remember. Interest, reality TV, because that's the only reality I have energy for. Sure. Board games, I'm terrible at them, but I like them because I get bored halfway through reading the rules, and I'm definitely going to give up before we start, but I'll still play. Self-care. I bathed once, more or less, 10 days ago. So
More or less.
Taking care of me. Mental health awareness, because I am aware that I need to improve my mental health. What am I looking for? Seriously, this is just too much. Deletes profile.
Oh. Yeah. just hit back before even even submitting. It's just no. Pass.
It's already more than it's worth.
Yeah. Sounds right. Well, thank you, Dana. And Christy, I hope this was not hurtful. Christy, let's hear a dating profile from who you wanted to be when you grew up.
Okay, so admittedly, I had a hard time emotionally connecting to this person. So instead, I wrote a dating profile from like the worst guy with a dating profile and like the guy who he wanted to be when he grew up.
Right.
Like that's kind of the angle that I took
That
here.
works.
Okay.
That works.
Okay, so age, old enough to know better, young enough to do it anyway. Then occupation, currently stuck in an office job where my superhero cape is at the dry cleaners. And then about me, as a kid, I was convinced I'd be living on Mars by now, shredding electric guitars and solving world peace. But spoiler alert, I'm currently mastering Microsoft Excel and I only play air guitar. I'm still holding out hope for Mars though. Elon Musk is my guy. Okay. Hobbies, brewskis with the boys, pickleball, and then karaoke. And my ideal date, we start by trying to spot constellations, but we end up making our own. And then I fucking hate this guy so fucking much.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
Looking for someone that I can build an empire with. You should be able to laugh at my jokes, even when they're out of this world. In my bag, I have tiger bars, 11 of them. And then life motto, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Just the absolute fucking worst guy on these dating apps.
I've heard more objectionable stuff when we've done dating profile, but I've never hated more than that.
I swiped left at Elon Musk. Like,
yeah. Bro.
Can I just complain about how much I hate that shoot for the moon, if not you fall amongst the stars, saying the stars are farther away.
That's true.
Right. The moon is much closer.
Even if you miss, you wind up in the vacuum of space, just suffocating.
If you miss, then like you might hit a satellite and then your cell phone's fucked. Like,
so that's only true if you overshoot it.
I mean, by a lot. By hundreds of years.
But I'm assuming you're shooting far and you miss because you're not shooting well enough and you suck at shooting for a big goal. So instead you're burning up in the atmosphere.
At least I did something, dicks. All right, fine. Sure.
You either burn out or fade out, right?
Oh, God damn it. Yes. Yes, Trav. Yes. God damn it. All right. Well, we've reached it. We've reached segment 5. Huzzah. It's podcasted. Oh, this one's just chock full of fun. Wait. No, it isn't. If we know anything around here at Stab, the theater built on the back of a podcast, it's that we still have no idea what we're doing with ours. But that's okay. Right now isn't for you to help us figure out our failings as a podcast, but instead to introduce us to our new future favorites in podcasts. Your job is to give us the rundowns or recaps of the podcasts you might hear from these various persons, things, or what have yous, or on these specific niche subjects. Mikhail, let's hear about your podcast. It's a podcast about custom hot rods hosted by dinosaurs.
It is. Check out the Revved Up and Ready to Roar podcast with T-Rex and Vicky Raptor. These prehistoric predators bite into modern horsepower that's also environmentally friendly.
Oh.
On these roads, your feet are the only fuel you need because no self-respecting dinosaur would use the blood of their fallen. Hashtag just stop oil. Take a wild ride through the world of custom dino rides and cars, jumping into things like the Raptor Roadster, the Ford Model T-Rex, or the Pterodactyl Bel Air. Each week, Rex and Vicky put their feet to the road and test drive the latest hot rod customizations, from flame decals on your favorite road shoes to chrome faux exhaust pipes. While also sharing hilarious antecedents from their own Jurassic adventures in the modern human-ruled world, while also diving into the political world of climate change and what it means for a massive asteroid coming down to Earth, destroying everything that we know. Revved up and ready to roar!
Yeah, all right. So just big ol' custom dino shoes. Hell yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Without the Flintstones.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I didn't think they would be a fan of, gas. So, I'm glad that was confirmed. Thank you, Mikhail. So much fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, when you get back revving out into the world and back to neglecting your children, how can people follow and enjoy more of the things that Mikhail does on the onlines?
Absolutely. You can follow me on the Instagrams at Ukrainian Comedian, and then also on the Facebooks. And I'm not on the TikTokies yet.
Apparently, that's what we have to do.
You know, I'm too dad for that.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Well, good to have you as always. So good, so wonderful. I thought this was somewhat literary, so I thought you've probably read them.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought you might enjoy this. Dana, let's hear your roundup, your rundown of a podcast in the world of the Hunger Games.
Well, welcome back to Pan Am and Roses, the Pan Am dating podcast where you write in your questions about love and sex, and we will give you some answers. Okay. Forrest from District 7 writes, my girlfriend just got reaped in the Hunger Games. A few days after she left in the train for the Capitol, I made out with her sister. Does that count as cheating? I mean, Forrest, technically you didn't break up with her and she's still alive, so yes, you did cheat on her. But is she going to ever find out? I bet the odds are ever in your favor.
God damn it.
Lime from District 2 writes, after winning the Hunger Games and spending time in the Capitol, I got deer horns implanted in my forehead. Now none of the girls back in District 2 will date me. What should I do? Well, Lime, you know, deer horns aren't something that everybody is attracted to, so I can't really blame the women of your district for not understanding Capitol fashion. But you know what all women understand? Money. As the victor, that means you have plenty of money. You need to remind the women of that, and then you'll be getting some. Okay. Antonius from the Capitol writes, I used a Mockingjay to replicate the sound of my ex yelling at me, and I listened to it while I masturbate. Is this unhealthy? I mean, probably, but you know, whatever strokes your bird, I guess. So join us next week when we answer this very important question. My boyfriend is an AVOX, i.e. a person that has had their tongue removed for being a rebel. Do you have any tips on oral sex? Thank you and good night.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a hard sell. Well done. Oh, yeah, see, I thought you might be able to make references that I would barely understand. So well done.
You're welcome.
Those that get it, get the hell out of it. And that's all that matters. I don't have to. Dana, how can people get more Dana Bryant where they work in bank?
Well, here at Stab, I co-host the book report every third Sunday at 7 p.m. So please check us out. Jesse Rivera and I get a couple comedians to come on and give us a book report about books they like, and then I make them do improv with me because I'm mean like that. It's super fun, and we like books. And then at the Sacramento Comedy Spot every second Saturday at 7:30, my sketch troupe Squad Patrol, as featured at San Francisco Sketch Fest, performs. So you should come see us because we're fancy. Yeah, we've been to the city.
Oh yeah, big city slicker sketch group.
Right.
And I forgot to mention earlier, you'll be here tomorrow.
Yes.
For the relaunching of Power Play.
Yes, I'm very excited.
That should be a lot of fun. It's improv where people are giving presentations with slides that they've never seen. So that should be fun.
Right.
We've been putting in some work rebuilding that. We're relaunching it tomorrow. Should be a good time. Thank you, Dana, as always. Christy, hey, is there like anywhere that people can enjoy that which Christy Farley do?
I'm not on social media because it stresses me out, except for I am on TikTok, but I don't want to share my handle because I've been pissing people off on TikTok. Well, I don't want them to know it's me.
All right.
So just like, reach out to Jesse and just be like, hey, what are you up to, my man?
Same old. Well, okay. Now we're going to have to somehow search... uncover Christy's secret
OnlyFans?
No. Well, how could be? Well, I want to hear Christy pissing people off on TikTok now. You've lured me into the platform. You've got it. You got me. You hooked me.
You gotta get on there and promote Stab, and then you might come across me pissing people off.
Well,
Anyway,
She might piss you off.
Oh, it's possible.
I might piss you off.
A lot of things do. All right. Well, Chrissy, let's wrap up the gosh darnin' show. I had "bye" in there twice. I hope you didn't use that in your response. I just noticed it when I was editing. I do that. Christy, let's hear a rundown recap of a podcast hosted by Care Bears.
Oh.
Introducing Bearing is Caring. Hey there, cloud companions. Welcome to Bearing is Caring, the only podcast in Care-a-Lot where we talk about the lighter side of sharing, caring, and the occasional very bad pun. Each week, join our fluffy hosts, Tenderheart Bear, Grumpy Bear, and Funshine Bear as we tackle the big questions like, how do you stay positive when you've lost your Care Bear stare?
Oh.
What's the best way to hug a porcupine? Carefully, that's how. And is it possible to have too much fun? Spoiler alert, no. So fluff up your favorite cloud and grab a rainbow smoothie and tune into Care Bear, Bearing is Caring. Remember, in Care-a-Lot, every day is a chance to laugh, love, and care.
And I hate you for having me write that.
What? No.
So cute.
Yeah, we wanted something fucking cute for once.
It was so hard because I had to watch an episode to get the feel.
Oh, man.
It was awful.
Oh, well, it didn't sound like it was awful because that was just so snuggle-wuggle good. And that was the Stab Show. Thank you for joining us tonight. And, of course, very special thank you to our amazing panel, Mikhail Chernyavsky, Dana Bryant, and Christy Farley. Now, if you'd like to catch the Stab Show live as it happens, there's two ways you can do that. And they're by coming into the Stab Comedy Theater like all these people. Or tuning in to Stab TV on Twitch Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. Or, if you can't be bothered to show up to places at a specific time, then you can enjoy this and hundreds of other episodes just like it any old time you want via the podcast provider of your choice, be it Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or the Good Pods app. But that's all we got for you tonight. I've been your host, Jesse Jones, and you've been a whole heck of a lot of fun. No, really, I mean it. Start believing it. Good night. Oh, good stuff, y'alls.
Yay.
So good. So good. I'm always, when this thing actually runs like on time, I'm always struck with the decision. Do I just let this roll, let the stream go? It seems like a 27-minute pre-show is a little bit obnoxious. But then also stopping down and restarting is I don't know which is better.
I feel like if I were at home watching it, I would like be in the middle of playing a video game and I would just like jam out to the music while I was playing Minecraft or something.
Oh.
I would agree.
Well, heck. Then
Or
I
I'd
guess...
like go do the dishes or something while it's.
All right. I mean, we do pride ourselves on our pre-show music. So you know what? I'm gonna do it again. I'm just gonna let it roll. That's a. That's 25
Daddy's letting it roll!
Oh, we're ripping it. We're ripping it, y'all. All right. Stab Comedy Showcase will begin in about 25 minutes. You guys enjoy that. We'll see you then.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, Christy.
Bye.
I'll text and bother you more regularly. just to say hi and Care Bear stare ya.
Good night.
Bye. Oh, all right.
feel. Ain't worth the squeeze if the Jews don't look like this. Hey, hola, baby, please don't make me try to take your piece. Everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even get a try. I'm like Chardonnay, get better over time. Heard you say I'm not the finest bitch you like. That I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on my goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I was born like this, don't even get a try. I'm like Chardonnay, get better over time. Heard you say I'm not the finest bitch you like. That I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on my goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the pudding in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Hey, hey. Hey, 2, 1, 2. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on my juice. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the pudding in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive, and the world, I'll turn it inside out. I'm floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now. Don't stop me. 'Cause I'm having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like a Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Stop me. I'm having a good time. Stop me. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars. On a collision course, I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I am a sex machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make it supersonic, woman, and you. All right, now, we all know that life is too short for regrets. So I don't want you to let fear stop you from doing anything. I want you to go out and love somebody and live your life. I know I will.
I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good Traveling at the speed of light, I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. Having such a good time, I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. I'm having a good time. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. No.
shoved some little beers in it. Now we're a family, and we're alright now. We got money and a little place to fight now. We don't know you, and we don't know you. But if you see us around, I got something else to show you. Now it's easy when you don't know better. You think it's sleazy and put it in a short letter. We keep it warm, but there's just something wrong with it. Just feeling you're the hardest little button to button. I had a midnight that didn't matter. I had a brain that felt like pancake batter. I got a backyard with nothing in it except a stick, a dog, and a box with something in it. The hardest button to button. 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 Oh. The hardest button to button. The hardest button to button. Oh. The hardest button to button. The hardest button to button.
I'll get right up front. I'm going to put 5 more on this because that's not to say that people are.
The hardest button to button.
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the Stab Comedy Showcase. Please welcome to the stage your host, Joey G.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stab Comedy Theater. So happy you're here. If you're not already aware, there's drinks, alcoholic and non, so please enjoy that. Don't worry about getting up during my BS, because I got a full lineup for you guys. I'm super excited about this one. We've been trying something new with this show. We're trying to add a little bit of variety, everything to it. So this month we got Corey Behringer here, who's going to do some comedy and play some songs for you. Super talented guy. I'm really excited for that. How'd you guys find out about this show, man? Did you see it online somewhere? Or just Googled comedy shows. What about you? Same thing? You just Google? Just driving by. Sweet, man. Okay. The Skywriter was a complete waste of money. That was a ripoff. I knew I wasn't going to get a lot of visibility at 3 a.m., but that guy gave me a good discount, dude. That time slot, man. It was money that I did not have to spend, but that's all right, man. Oh, man, I have kids. Do any of you guys have kids? No, bunch of fucking virgins, Corey. I swear to God, you guys can just take your disposable income and go to hell for all I'm concerned, man. It sucks. Well, this will be super relatable for you guys. I have a 4-year-old daughter. She's my youngest one, and she always talks about wanting to be a firefighter. And I don't know about that, man. That's a dangerous job, 1. 2, I'd really rather her just join the family business. Arson. We're arsonists. So it's just statistically, it's a lot safer to be setting the fire than it is to try to put it out, you know, because you just run away after you set it. It's a pretty low risk situation, you know. I will admit I'm not a very good arsonist. I'm just getting started in the business. I'm mostly focusing on dollhouses right now, but I do hope to take a step up soon. So we'll see how that goes. Oh man, I have a son, man. He's pretty cool. Raising kids is tough though, you know, because nobody says anything useful when you have kids. It's always the same dumb shit, you know. They always say stuff like, "Well, they don't come with a manual." And yeah, they don't come with manuals. You have to improvise. Because what you do have access to are a whole bunch of Netflix documentaries about children who murdered their own parents. So I've been watching a lot of those and just taking notes. It's pretty cool. I saw one about the Menendez brothers, and if you guys don't remember who they are, or you're too young perhaps, they were 2 brothers who murdered their parents so they could get the inheritance money. That's terrifying. So now every night when I put my kids to bed, I show them my checking account balance on my phone. I just check it out, guys. Let's make sure we're on the same page, all right? Like, if you murder mommy and daddy in a fit of rage tonight, you're going to owe like $132. See how that works? That's what all those scary red numbers mean. Daddy had a bad day at the track. So, oh, man, it is tough, dude. I try to raise my kids with compassion and empathy for other people. Because the last thing I want is for them to turn into bullies and start fucking with other kids. You know, that'd just break my heart, dude. I'll never forget my bully's name. It was this kid named Jacob. Jacob was an 11-year-old bag of shit. I hated that kid so much, dude. He'd always kick me and punch me. He'd rip my Ninja Turtle action figures apart. This little piece of shit jammed his stick in the front spokes of my bike, and I flew over my handlebars. But about a year after he moved in next door to me and well into his reign of terror, Jacob was out in the street playing, and he got hit by a car. Yeah, he died. And as I drove away with Jacob's lifeless body reflected in my rearview mirror, couldn't help but consider the lessons I had learned that day, you know? Like, don't take shit from 11-year-olds. You're 39. What are you doing? You just can't let that go on. Psychotic. Fuck that kid, man. I don't like getting older, dude. It's tough. It hurts. I fell asleep on my couch the other day. I woke up with permanent nerve damage. I don't know what to do about that. My legs just fucked up forever because I fell asleep watching Seinfeld. So that's life-changing bullshit, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if you guys will even understand this one because everybody's kind of young, but we'll see. Fuck it. I don't understand the world around me anymore. Is another reason I know I'm getting older. I tried to buy a bunch of Bitcoin the other day. I accidentally converted all my money into Marlboro miles. So. Okay, you guys don't know what Marlboro miles are, right? They're so back in the day, in the 90s, you'd smoke a pack of cigarettes and you'd rip this little coupon off and you'd save all these coupons and you'd send them into like Marlboro and shit, and then they would send you merchandise that was ugly as fuck and branded in all these Marlboro logos, and it was just fucked up stuff, dude. But my grandfather actually smoked enough cigarettes to get me this giant sleeping bag. And this thing was like a fucking pro sleeping bag, dude. Like, it could withstand 90-mile-an-hour winds and shit. It was like measured for hurricanes and all that stuff. I don't know how many cigarettes he smoked to get that thing, but after he gave it to me, he immediately died of emphysema. So I was like, here's your sleeping and he keeled over. And we were poor. We didn't have a whole lot of money. We couldn't afford a coffin, so we just zipped him up in the sleeping bag and shipped him down the river. It was noble though. It was nice. Man, I hope you guys are ready for this shit, man. We got a full list of comics coming up. We did start a little late. Doesn't matter because there's not a show behind us. So we're gonna keep it going. Do you guys have pools at all? I have a pool behind my house. I really like that. No, oh, it's sweet, dude. It's sweet. Maintenance is a bitch sometimes though, because I'll go out there and I'll see a bumblebee flailing around in the pool, and I'll scoop him out of there and I'll let him dry off in the concrete. And after a few minutes, he gets up, flies away, and I feel good about that because bumblebees are good for the environment. We really need them, right? Sometimes I'll go out there and I'll see a wasp flailing around in the pool. I drown those motherfuckers. I don't care. Still, though, when you're standing outside at 7:30 in the morning, holding an insect's head underwater with a pair of tweezers, just watching the bubbles stop, start getting all these intrusive thoughts in your head, like, maybe my therapist is ripping me off. Maybe he's just a very patient thief. I don't know. Anyway, my wife caught me doing this one time. She came in the back. I'm going to town with the tweezers. There's insects strewn all about. She was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So I explained it to her like a rational person. Bumblebees live forever. Wasps die horribly. Those are the rules. I made the rules, but we're not going back. Too many have died. She's like, "Well, that's all fine and good and everything, but did you know that a wasp can actually memorize a human's face? So if one flies by and sees you doing this, it can actually report you back to the hive that you're fucked in the head, and it's going to know, and all the other wasps are going to know to attack you every time they come out here and see you in the backyard. Did you know they could do that?" I did not. So now I wear a clown mask when I do it. And it's not crazy. It isn't crazy. It's the only mask I had, okay? Halloween 2 years ago. I'm not going to run out and buy a second mask specifically to drown wasps in. That would be fucking crazy. All right? That's not what I'm doing. This is a logical progression of events born out of an unfortunate situation, and I'm doing the best I can with the resources I have available. So if any of you big brain geniuses have a better idea on how to handle the situation other than dressing up like a clown and drowning them with tweezers, then I'd love to fucking hear about it, man, because I have no plan B. I thought about this shit for weeks. I got nothing. All right, that's how we're gonna end that weird shit. Thank you, appreciate it. We got a stacked lineup, man. This next kid coming to this stage, he is a kid, by the way. Don't buy him beer; he will ask. He's a super funny guy. I love him. Please make it loud for Daniel Goldhaber.
You guys give it up one more time for Joe, guys. I am a kid, but I've been thinking about my deeper childhood lately. When I was younger, I wanted to be a rabbi. It wasn't necessarily on account of religious reasons. I just wanted to circumcise babies. But it's I've been paying attention to the news too. That's the thing you gotta do. You gotta pay attention to the happenings of the world. It's important. And I saw this article recently. It said the first ever blind and deaf man completed a full 24K marathon. And when CBS reporters asked him how he managed to pull it off, he said, "Where am I?" Couldn't see. All right. As I was talking about the news, this is a fun article. You guys know octopuses. We like octopuses. Yeah, they're cool animals. They're pretty smart too. This was like back in 2012. I don't know if you guys remember with this. Octopuses are one of the smartest sea creatures out there. If you lock them in a mason jar, they can figure out how to get out of the mason jar. And recently, these same scientists, they've been giving those octopuses those little buttons to communicate with. And the first thing they said was, "Stop fucking locking us in jars." I don't know why you keep doing that. It's not a nice thing to do. This is kind of just an observation. I think the guy who killed two birds with one stone was an asshole. You gotta think how many birds he had to kill in order to hit two of them at the same time. Like, I don't know if this is the guy we should be let invent insanes. I think he was just a little bit of a psychopath, but it's I've had some interesting jobs in my day though. When I was a younger fella, I used to work as a crossing guard at an elementary school. Like, it was a fun job. I really enjoyed it, but it ended when I was arrested for human trafficking. All right. Let's see. It's I don't know. I was talking about the news earlier. That's a fun topic. It's the news is like really depressing. It makes me sad sometimes. I can't really keep up with all the terrible shit that's going on. So I had this idea. I thought about, like, what if instead of covering all the terrible things that happen, we have like a news station that only covers good news, you know? Like, it'd be like, hey, there was like this gas leak downtown. It was really bad, but here's Jimmy. He survived. He won $200 on a scratcher earlier. He's pretty jazzed about that one. Moving on to the next article, we got Bob. He adopted a cat. He likes cats a lot. He's pretty happy about that one. That's about all the news we got for you guys. This is what, like, the scientists like to say. You know, they like to go that like space is a vacuum. I don't think it's a very good vacuum though. Like, I don't know about you guys. I've never seen space like cleaning up a carpet. They suck the air out of your lungs. Okay, all right. That didn't really have legs. We'll keep going. It's like squirrels. I like squirrels a lot. Those are goofy little animals. This this is like a really fun fact about them. Squirrels, they can't die from their terminal velocity. Like, they're completely immune to falling. You could drop them from like the Empire State Building, they'd be completely fine. Which I don't think like squirrels are aware of this fact though. Like, we don't see them just like hopping left and right out of trees. Like, they seem to be pretty careful with how they step. I like to imagine that every time a squirrel jumps from branch to branch, it's like, fuck, 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 okay. Ooh, I'm a squirrel. It's all right. We're doing good. This is what squirrels do. On that topic though, I like to be a human being. That's a fun thing to be out of all the things you could be. Like, I don't know. I don't have to get too crude, but we got like opposable thumbs. We built fire, we made tools and stuff. Humans also got really good at jacking off, which, humans got so good at jacking off, we started using the things we jack off with to make better things to jack off with. And that's pretty disgusting. You'd be like, hey man, you guys stop there. We didn't. We started making them for like farm animals and shit, which, like, I don't work as a horse breeder. I'm not saying there's no utility to like a machine that jacks off a horse. I just think it's like a weird thing for a guy to do math on, you know? Like, some guy had to sit there with a whiteboard and go, if we carry the 3, the horses will come 25% more efficiently. And it's not like it's some fucking dumb guy either. It's not like me or you. Like, some guy went to engineering school for 6 years, probably had like huge aspirations, just wanted to build a rocket ship or something, help us get to the moon or whatever. And then he gets hired right out of college. His boss leads him down a dark, dark corridor and takes him to a room. Says, all right, man, here's a horse cock. You got to make that shit squirt. All right, you guys have been nice. That's about all the time I'm going to do. I'm going to bring your wonderful host back up here, and we're going to get this.
Give it up for Daniel Goldhopper one more time, everybody. Oh, man, that's the funniest joke I've ever heard about horses coming before in my entire... And when you go to a lot of open mics, you hear a lot of jokes about horses ejaculating. That is head and shoulders the best one ever. Man, you guys ready for more? Awesome, because we got more for you. This next comic coming up started some humble beginnings on a deck of a pizza place out in Davis. Since then, he's been doing comedy all over California, Nevada, all these places. He's a super pro now. Make it loud for him, David Rodriguez!
San Diego, how we doing tonight? Make some noise. I have a show there in September, so I've been preparing. That's actually not true. I've never performed in Nevada. Please get your shit right, Joey. Seriously, we've talked about this before. But yeah, man, it's I don't know what it is. I just graduated college. I went to UC Davis. Yeah. Anybody else go to UC Davis? Oh, you did? Do you go there right now? Oh, word. What'd you go? What was your major? See, I majored in history, but I want to be homeless. I was considering majoring in Chicano studies. Like, I'm Mexican. I told my mom that. She's like, why don't you stay at the house more? We could teach you that. I don't know. I went in the... Somebody in the bathroom? Should I hear what they're doing in there? No. Just to put my ear... That's weird. Wait, was it the owner of this club who went in there? Okay. Do you think they could hear me talking about them? Like, the wall's not that thick. Hey, man, can you hear me in there? All right. Hey, man, can you hear me? What if you just hear like a... What if you just hear like a... That's so gross. Should I just knock really hard? Scared? Okay. I'm trying to learn how to fight. I'm trying to get better at fighting. Why is that funny? What the fuck? I used to do karate. It felt like a scam. Well, I was a kid. It felt like a scam because, dude, I got my black belt when I was 9. Like, I didn't learn anything, dude. I remember one of the moves they taught me was the turning back kick. Do you guys know what that is? It's pretty much, God. Or if I was like about to get robbed and I did that, bro, I would get robbed. This is how it would go down. I'd be like, oh, what? Hey, bro, let go of my foot. No, don't take my shoe. At least take both. Fuck. If the guy had a gun, you know what would happen? Hey, oh! I got shot. Damn, that Nerf gun hurt. Sorry, that was a new tag. That did not work. Fuck. I'm from a safe neighborhood. I don't know if you guys can tell. Where are you guys from? Oh, what part? What city? Oh, you're from Davis? Oh, wow. Do you live there like right now? Dude, I live in Davis right now. Yeah, but I'm from Orange County. I don't know if you guys know where that's at. Oh, hell yeah, man. I love that. Yeah. Davis is cool, though. I like Hot Dogger. But yeah, my neighborhood in Orange County, it's so safe, man. I kind of hate it. Like, the graffiti in my neighborhood looks like the art from Trader Joe's. Like, one night I thought I heard gunshots. There's people running in sandals. It's too safe. I hate it. My older brother, though, he used to be in a gang, but he would have to go to another neighborhood and like be active there. And he told me if I ever tried to join that gang behind his back, he told them to reject me. But like, I don't think he needed to tell them that, cause like I don't feel like a strong applicant. Like, unless they need a snitch or an undercover IT guy. I don't know. Yeah. Anybody have tattoos here? Yeah. Of what? Where's it at? Oh, really? Wow. Was that the plan to get that many? A jackalope. What is that? Damn. What does that mean? Like, what does that symbolize? Yeah. Here. Yeah. Who is it? Oh, it's you. What were you doing in there? Dude, wait, what the hell? Did you hear me talking to you? Why didn't you answer? Do you know what a jackalope is? Yeah. Is it kind of like is it like an American chupacabra kind of? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, man. I'm thinking about getting a tattoo, but I'm scared of like the commitment. Like, I don't know, it's like the permanency kind of scares me. Like, I have a job right now. I love it because like I know I'm going to quit. Does that make sense? Like, we set up a 401k recently, like for no reason, which is kind of weird. And they were talking to me about like the benefits. I'm like, oh, can we just talk about this later? You know, I want to go on my lunch. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo, but I feel like I would regret it You know, I'd be like, fuck, I didn't like Sharknado that much. I'm not even in MS-13. What the hell? I can never be in a gang, bro. My brother, yeah, he was. He was in a gang. Like, he looks like he runs the streets. Like me, I look like I skip them. And honestly, I'm not that street smart. I was in San Jose. I was walking through this park. It's like in a hood area. And I heard a flock of birds chirping, and I like birds, so I chirped back. I was like, dude, I didn't know that was a gang call. Because a flock of fools came out. And damn, bro, they were scary. There were like 2 of them. And yeah, man. I thought I was about to get jumped, but they were actually pretty cool about it. I just got robbed, so they took my fidget spinner. I told my dad what happened. He's like, why do you fight them? I'm like, bro, I look like you. I got killed. And yeah, I did that joke at the Mission District in San Francisco at this like outdoor comedy show. And this guy came up to me after the show. He was like, hey, bro, like, don't be doing that whistle here. Because like there's like a Norteño gang. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, thanks for the advice, but where'd you get that fidget spinner from? And they flew away. Yeah, man, any what else is there? Any okay, from Davis. You went to UC Davis. Where'd you guys go to college? Did you guys go to college? Where'd you go, man? Oh yeah? What'd you major in there? Oh yeah? That's cool, man. I thought about doing that. But I was like, I don't know. Are you applying your English major to your current job? Is it a lot of writing? No. What do you do, man? Surf? Oh yeah. Wow. Is it a big warehouse? Is it a men's warehouse? Stupid. Yeah. All right. I'm Mexican, but I feel like a fake Mexican because my Spanish is not that good. And other Mexicans, bro, they could tell. Like, they can smell it. Like, one time I went to a Mexican restaurant, and I was ordering in Spanish, and the cashier answered in English. Yeah, he was like, you want 2 McMuffins? I was like, no, dos McMuffinos. And a Grande Mac. Yeah, man, I'm actually a maintenance guy right now at Almonwood Found Circle Apartments. I don't know if you guys know, if you guys lived in Davis. Yeah, man, I'm a maintenance there, and oh man, I'm like the worst maintenance guy ever. Like, bro, my coworkers, they're probably like, damn, this is the Mexican we got. Like, we should have known he has glasses. One of my coworkers, Ignacio, he almost caught me watching a YouTube video on how to open my pocket knife. I know. He's like, what are you watching? I'm like, oh, porn. Yeah, that's easier to explain, I think. I used to do DoorDash, man. And there was this Chinese restaurant in downtown. It's called Hunan. Hunan, do you know that? Yeah, man. I would pick up orders from there, and dude, the Chinese like waiters, the cashiers, dude, they do not want to talk. Like, I'd be like, hey, how are you? Like, 5 more minutes. No bathroom. But the cooks were cool. Like, I'd wave at the cooks, and they'd be like, hola, mijo, ¿cómo estás? I'd be like, hey, tío. Yeah, man. You guys ever been friend zone? You know what that is? Yeah. When you ask out a girl, usually, and she's like, hey, seem like a friend. Something worse happened to me, man. I got brother zoned. Yeah. I saw this girl, and she's like, sorry, you seem more like a little brother. And dude, she didn't have to add little. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, she said that, and I was like, please tell me from Alabama. Help a brother out. Did that make sense? Fuck. I went to G-Spot sex shop right here down the street. I'm surprised I found it. Did that make sense? I don't know. All right, buddy. My name's Dave Rodriguez. Thank you. Appreciate it. Keep going for your host.
And for David Rodriguez, everybody. Dude, he was like, you guys know you ever heard of the friend zone? These 2 girls did not move their heads at all. Every single person here was like, oh, hell yeah, we know. They were like, we don't know. We don't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not real. I'm a little disillusioned right now. I just now found out the jackalopes aren't real. Are you serious? They're mythical creatures? I was having a good night. You said that. I'm like, fuck, I don't know where. This sucks. All right, well, our next comic coming to the stage, he's a super funny guy. He's a good friend of mine. You may have seen him performing all over California. I believe he has a special on Amazon Prime. Most recently, you've seen him coming out of the bathroom. Make it loud for AJ DeMello!
None of those things are true. How we doing? Hey, give it up for Joey and fucking all the comedians you see. Yeah, that was like one of those things where like let's just say I'm a little buzzed, and as soon as I got into the bathroom, I was like, oh yeah, a little phlegm, and then I was like, oh wait, he's like talking to me. It's a small place. That was fun. I love David. He looks like the number one like dad when he's 13. You know, like as soon as puberty hit, he like got his girlfriend pregnant and his super religious family, and he's like, yeah, we made it work. You know. Not everyone's on board. That's okay. That's what I do for the next 10 minutes. So David's life is probably this. No. No. So it's a new year. You guys excited for it at all? Kinda. You're like, we'll see, you know? I don't know. I don't know about setting goals, but I think it's probably healthy if I like, because I think you need to like stop smoking as much weed. Or like get glasses. Now I was on a date with this girl and I was like, whoa, look at that moon. But it was a Shell gas station sign. Yeah, it's not good. But you know, I'm talking to the same girl, but she's tough. She's a painter. So she's not really into me because I'm bald, one hairstyle, so she can't really work with that. And I was like, but if you're a painter, isn't life what you make it? I mean, I'm not bald, baby. I'm just a blank canvas. You know what I'm saying? I am smoking too much weed. Ever since the pandemic, I was smoking so much weed that I've been eating too fast. Like last night, I ate half a pot pie before I could put it in the oven. You know, I got fucking problems right now. Yeah. I don't know. The last year and a half has been kind of interesting. I lost 85 pounds. Well, I could be lying. You don't know. No. Just give me the claps, you know. No. No, but it's made losing weight. It's made some things better, but it's given me like more anxiety, like doing stand up. It was like my roommate's a comedian. And my roommate's a comedian. He's like, you know, you're not supposed to want to look good doing comedy. And I was like, you know, you're not supposed to be talking to me when we have this sheet hanging in the room, you know? You put in the effort. You don't always get the privacy, you know? I don't know. I know I've lost weight, but I've been like still forced into eating healthier because I found out I was like gluten intolerant. Yeah, one of those fucks, you know. So I've only been eating like vegan and gluten-free foods, which is sort of created like a whole new set of anxiety in me. Like, you know what? I forgot how to do that joke. I got more. It doesn't matter. Well, here's the thing. I smoke a lot of weed. I eat a lot of food. But do you guys, I don't know if you guys, I have a certain respect for food if I love it a lot, like pizza, you know, like I love pizza. I just don't get how some people will eat it, like when they take away what makes it really work. Like I got a buddy, only eat pizza if there's no cheese on it. Right? You shaking your head. Defeats the purpose, right? To want no cheese on pizza, that's like wanting no glitter on your stripper. But how are they supposed to shine? Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna sell out my mom. She's the one that doesn't like cheese on pizza. I just like to argue with her. She's like the master of arguments, you know, because she always says something to where the other person doesn't know how to respond, you know. So like a lot of people, you get to the point of argument, they go, well, you know what? Fuck you. My mom will go, well, you know what? You could jump up my butt for a milkshake. Which has been followed with, ma'am, would you please step out of the vehicle? You can't win them all. So, porn. I don't have a segue. Here's the thing, though. Like, I've watched porn for a lot of my life, but there's actually like a turnoff now. I finally realized about porn. Like, you know that phrase like the girls keep using like over and over? It's like, do these girls just not care that the phrase, oh yes, copyrighted by the Kool-Aid Man? Like, it's kind of disrespectful, you know? Not everyone's on board. Okay. I don't know. I just like to point out some of the odd things in life, bring them to the forefront. Like, you ever notice how most people will cover their mouths to cough, but never cover their ass to fart? Seems kind of rude, you know. I don't know. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something interesting about myself. One of my favorite things about doing comedy is it's maybe better introductions, and I really sucked at them for a long time. Worst time was when I moved and switched schools in the 5th grade. I was the only kid in the whole school that couldn't speak Spanish. So every kid in the whole school speaks Spanish except for me. So my brothers, they thought it'd be like a funny gag to teach me how to say, like, I'm cool in Spanish. You know, sort of break the ice with the other kids, except they didn't tell me how to say I'm cool. They told me how to say soy maricón. And in case you don't know what soy maricón means, it doesn't mean I'm cool. It means I'm gay. But like really, really gay. Not that there's anything wrong with saying you're gay. Just might be something wrong with a 9-year-old thinking they're saying I'm cool when they're really saying I'm gay. Like the month of February was kind of rough that year because the bottom of every kid's Valentine I wrote soy maricón. I was like pissed off because I was a fat kid and I was given candies but I wasn't getting them back. I was like, this is not equivalent. I know I'm in math blasters, but this shit does not even out, you know? I have PTSD, so I'm constantly in a fight or flight mode. I think that's probably why I grew up defending Superman. You know, a lot of people hate on Superman, but he's got like the best superpowers. You know, like because he could like fight, or he could just fucking take off and think about it. You know, like. It's like the perfect superpower. It's like, yeah, I could fight, or I could just fucking deal with this shit later. You know, like, I don't care if you're Mike Tyson. You know, like you bite off an ear, it'll probably grow back. You know, like I don't know. I've read more than enough comics to know whether that should be true or not, but we're just gonna go with it at this point. Hey, give it up for Joey drowning insects. I feel like someone should give him his props, you know? That's a hell of a thing to do, you know? He gives me the light, like, let's not go through my whole life story, you know? Like, let's not go through the whole thing. You guys like horror movies? Kinda? You didn't nod your head at all over the. Okay, so you gotta have a friend. Sometimes you gotta set the mood. You gotta light a candle, put on Bambi. Like it's the first horror movie in color. Not everyone knows this. I don't know. I like horror movies. I just kind of hate how everyone that dies in them, they don't get like a good last word in. Like I was watching the original Halloween movie. Like Michael Myers, he's got that mask, the big kitchen knife. At one point, he like stabs this guy through a door, like hanging him there. Michael's all twisting his head side to side, studying his kill. All I could think was, if that was me dying right there and then, my last words would be, is it in? Let that psycho bitch chew on that for a minute, Michael's like, yo, no, soy maricon. He doesn't roll that way. Comedy for me is kind of like a two-way street, Either I'm going to celebrate after with a drink, or I'm going to go home and hit my son. Hey, I'm just kidding. I don't drink. Okay. Hey, my name's AJ DeMello. Thank you guys very much.
AJ DeMello, everybody. Man, weird thing about that drowning wasp joke. One time I did that at a show. This guy came up to me afterwards. He's like, "How did you come up with that shit, man? I love that joke. Where was your head even at when you came up with that?" And I told him I was in my backyard drowning a wasp. I just kind of wrote itself, and he didn't have any follow-up questions, so that was the end of that. All right, guys, we have come to our headliner of the night. I hope you're excited for it. He's a super funny guy and just as talented of a musician. He's going to come up here, do his thing. Make it loud for him. It's Corey Behringer!
Thank you, Joey. And thank you, friendly people. How's it going? Did I overhear correctly that you wandered in from the cold? Well, you Googled, right? You Googled shows happening. So cool. I love that. And you were the one that's just saw it. And it's like that's frankly even cooler. That's so cool. Seriously. So I just I kind of want to dispel some notions right off the top, because Joey was talking a big game about some comedy and music, and I'm something of a bad boy, so I think I'm mostly just gonna play some music tonight. Jokes might happen, remains to be seen, but first I'm gonna play some stuff. Don't worry, it'll get even more awkward. These aren't funny, but you can laugh at them if you want. This first one's called Needing You. Something familiar about this behavior. I feel like we've been here before. You cast a line out, I bite and I find out a fight is all you're fishing for. And I try to calm you down, but there's no way and no how. aching, embarrassed I'm breaking apart like a child again. I thought I was free of this. I'm grown, I've no need of this. Your hold over me has to end. And I wasted so much time, but my life is now all mine. And I wouldn't have thought I could ever stop needing you. I wouldn't have thought I could ever stop needing I wouldn't have thought I could ever stop needing you. I wouldn't have thought I could ever stop needing you. Here's a tune I wrote when I was bummed out about not being in a band anymore. It's called Fine Company. This is the kind of jam from the band I used to have. Vaguely southern and sad, heart dwelling on the past, thinking about old friends and the bands that took us where we are. I put down my guitar, told dick jokes in a bar. Well, they played along and played peyote tonk, the gospel of the Hoffmans. And even though we haven't hung in years, I think about them often. Easy to reminisce when I miss my former bliss. They paid me to scream at kids for cash and drink tickets. But listen to me, wishing to be back to where we start. I'll pick up my guitar, play 3 chords in a bar, and I'll take the straight line if you wanna sing harmony. Those old notes never worked for me. But if you feel like leaving, you're in mighty fine company. You'll see. You'll see. Thanks. Hey, where'd Emma go? I only say that because they were talking a big game out there about, like, I came to support Corey. They're full of shit. Addicted. They're addicted to not enjoying me. Let's see here. Here's another you're not going to get. It's called Peach Rings. Your drink tasted like peach rings, so I said, remember those. And before you could answer, I was off and running. Didn't mean to monologue, but that has never stopped me. So I told you about the picnic and of why we had the picnic. It made me examine my own boycott. And if it's maybe as toothless, but I didn't tell you that part. I just told you about the peach rings. And I still think about the peach rings. I just told you about the peach rings. And I still think about the peach rings. Artificial flavor of a complicated day will linger on your palate if it's sweet enough to stay. I think we can do a couple more. Is that okay with you? Is that okay? I'm gonna individually shine a light in each of your eyes. Yeah. This is like Gallagher, except instead of watermelon meat, it's the shine. I'm not trying to get you again. I'm trying to get them behind you. There we go. Okay. Here's kind of one that's a bit of a work in progress. I've been working on it with a buddy of mine named Cameron Curtis Betts. You don't know him. He goes to another school. Anyway, it's kind of about one of the old hosts of Family Feud, Ray Combs, and his tragic demise. Here we go. Ray Combs died in the closet. Ray Combs died with the bed sheets tied around his head. Well, I was young, watching reruns in my room. I was too naive, a man on screen could get so low in fancy clothes, porn intro. Ray Combs died in a closet high up in the hills, just outside, right behind the promised land. I need to believe he was relieved to let it go. No more road, warm-up Lately I've been waking up outside, standing beside him in the fading light, all alone under a moonlit sky. Wish it would land on me now. That one. All right, I think I'll play one more. Oh yeah, I know what I'll play. Here's a love song. This is called Whimper. Hold me down and make me whimper for mercy. You won't deliver, and I'll try keeping my lips held tight. Can't kiss you till I've earned the right. And I'll play like I'm so reluctant, and then obey your stern instructions. And I'll try keeping my lips held tight. Can't kiss you till I've earned the right. Pin my wrists until they chafe. You gave a word to keep me safe here, but I've been keeping my lips held tight. Don't spare me and spoil the night. This bliss is Christmas to us, and we know this to be true. Hold me down and make me whimper for mercy. You won't deliver, and I'll try keeping my lips
tight and kiss you till I've earned the right. I can't kiss you till I've earned the right. Hold me down and make me whimper. Thanks. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Corey Behringer, everybody. Guys, I hope you had fun. We do this show every single month. It's the fourth Friday. Come back again. Check out Stab Comedy Theater on Facebook and Instagram. There's a whole lot of interesting shows that happen all throughout the month. If you thought, hey, that looked fun, I bet I could do that. Come out on Sundays and Thursdays. There's an open mic, so you can do it. Probably humiliate yourself, but everybody goes through that, so it's something you got to get used to. Other than that, give it up one more time for all the comics you've seen tonight. We got Daniel Goldhopper, AJ DeMello, David Rodriguez, Corey Behringer. My name's Joey G. Get home safe. Have a good night.
Everybody's gone. So thanks for coming out. They're already outside. I'm not going to do anything. But thank you guys for watching at home. Sorry I got sidetracked. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, it's Can't Stand Up Comedy Presents I Won't Stand for This. 9, it's LOLGBT Plus presents hashtag STFU. And then at 10, it's the Return of Power Play. Completely retooled. Should be fun. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night, everybody.
Waste away with me.